Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen. Welcome to the Tone and Marto PALTI show because Tone and Marto, episode 83 AC, dominated. Tonight, Tone and Marto, episode 84, will tell us all about it. Go for it, boys. How are we?
Doing a
Good evening,
fine.
lads. Marto, Taz. There, Marto, kick us off. Kick us off. What's he on about?
What's he on about? I don't know. Maybe you and I both kicked a couple of Kickstarters in the guts. And what happened there, Tone? Zoom, zoom. And a couple of
Yeah,
best bets. What happened there, Tone? Oh, zoom, zoom. We
yeah, it
didn't
was
want to
not.
feel left out, eh? Just Taz has had a good crack for a couple of weeks, so it was our turn this week.
That's right. Yep, yep.
Senor Tortoni, how good was that? $10 and then the freaking favourite scratches at the gate and you get $8. But that's bloody good coin for a best bet, Tone. Well done there.
That was it was nice.
How did you?
Uh,
Was it with a dart? Is that how you got it, or how did you find it?
It wasn't in
no,
my
I
numbers.
studied
It's a
I studied the form, and you know what? I didn't have much on it because I fucked up the bets, didn't I? I had
Oh,
I, I had it in our doubles and trebles, but I,
yeah.
I only I only had a small bet on it. Yeah, so I
Oh,
didn't. The
hey,
doubles
look,
didn't
that's all
work.
right.
Look,
Any win's a good win, mate. Any
look,
win's a good win.
Marto, a small bet for Tone. We know what that is anyway.
Yeah,
Five
it's a couple
bucks.
hundred.
Yeah.
I
Five.
left a zero off the end. Yeah, that's a
No,
small
he
bet.
does. He does. He does. He sure does. Now it's a big week again this week, with
Hell yes.
some group racing. So let's not hold back because the Blue Diamond's over, and I think we've got the Australian Guineas this week, and I don't know what's going on in Sydney as well. But before we start with any of that, we've got our Kickstarters, and we're ready to go. So who wants to go first? I think Marto, you might be
Yeah,
up.
righto, let's go. Flemington race two. Number one, Rue de Royale. How far down in grade is this? It's just run second in a benchmark 90, slipping all the way back to a benchmark 78, and we're getting $3.10 with that fella, Bo Radley. Jackson Radley, the apprentice, claiming three on. Very, very nicely drawn in barrier eight to sit just off the speed, and there's a little bit of it up front. Rue de Royale, bang, straight over the top. Go and collect from your bookie.
I do like the sounds of it, Marto. I know Tone's followed this horse, and I tell you, two
Yep.
weeks ago on a Saturday night when it ran like a busted arsehole, well, maybe it was more than 2 weeks ago. It might have been
We ran
three.
second. Yeah.
No, no, was it the start before that? It might have been.
Yeah, two starts back, it,
Yeah,
it did
two
run like
starts
a
back.
busted donkey.
Yeah, it did. I caught up with a guy that I hadn't seen for a long time. He said, "Oh, bloody hell!" He's got some accent. He's English. Been in Australia for about 45 million years, but he still speaks like.
Yeah, don't try it. Just speak as you are.
But anyway, yeah, I don't. But he goes, "Yeah, I had a tip today," and I said, "Oh yeah, how'd it go?" He goes, "Oh, no good." I said, "Well, yeah, what was it?" He goes, "Rue de Royale." I said, "That goes all right. It's been recently gelded and stuff." He goes, "Oh, mate, one of the owners rings me up. He tips it to me every start, every start." And I said, "What? And you're backing it every start?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm stupid, aren't I?"
No, I don't know. Oh, I think he just likes the Flemington straight. It's a bit hard to catch around the bend, but down the straight he's a different horse, especially with Jackson Radley on. He's a good, strong, up and coming apprentice, claiming three on. And that's just such a big grade drop. I
No, it is a
mean,
bit. It
after
is.
running second to Ndola last start,
Yeah.
2 weeks back, this is $3.10. I'll take that every day.
Why not? Good luck, Marto. Tone, you're
Yep.
also going to the same place by the looks of it, but in a different race. So where are you going?
Yes, I've gone back to HQ Flemington Race 3, number 7, jumping on water sports. It's the favourite, but I think Damien Lane, he needs some coin because he's going to get the arse shortly. So he will be trying to ride some winners. It does drop back down to 1400. It's had 3 starts at the headquarters for a second and a third. Been placed on a soft track. It drops about 3.5 kilos from its last start win. I reckon it can go two on the bounce, two in a row, two
Well,
in a row.
Look, it's
you're right
been
about you're right.
been racing
You're right
well.
about D Lane. D Lane's about to have a 17 meeting break because he was a little naughty boy last week.
Yeah.
So he does need to get a few winners up this week because he's going to have an extended holiday unpaid.
Well, Willow
Yes.
normally rides this, but Willow headed. I don't
Yeah.
know where he's gone. Is he?
I think
Well,
is he in Sydney?
I
I don't
think he's
know,
got
but
to
Or
Sydney.
is he?
yeah, but
Maybe he's gone back to the Ukraine.
Willow's not riding it, and that was
Yeah,
my only concern. So I wanted to see what you had to say because this horse went from midweek, it progressed quite well into Saturday class. It'll be interesting to see
Yep.
290 tone, nothing wrong with it. D Lane, hopefully not a pain. I'm
yeah,
going
hopefully.
to I'm going to Morphettville race 3 and number 6 Uptown Monk. Now this thing absolutely brained them second up. It's only going to be $2.50, and I reckon take the 250. Steps up to 1400. Never seen a horse do it so easy in the past as this thing did. I know it was midweek company, but that said, this has drawn the pole. It just sits behind them. It gets out and it just wins. That's all I'm going to say. Kayla, what's her name? Kayla,
Right.
is that her name? Yep, she's on it.
Brother.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little sneaky Quinella with a big rank outsider by the name of Angie Marie, I think it's called. It steps back from 2,000 meters. It's probably going to be about 30 to 1.
Ooh.
It's got absolutely no chance. But I think with Uptown Monk, we get the cash. And if Angie Marie can run a drum, we're going to get plenty.
She,
That's
Go and
all.
get your boogie, as they say.
there we
Yeah.
go.
Don't
Big
worry
call.
about too much about Angie Marie. That's where I lose my money, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just giving you an insight. But definitely Uptown Monk, I think, is it looks a good thing. Looks like it's ready to explode. And just
Uptown monk.
I know that's the song I was thinking too, Billy Joel, same girl, I know.
Yes.
It was pretty hard to find Kickstarters. I looked elsewhere,
Yes.
Queensland.
Well,
I nearly made Jacaranda. Is that?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you look at
Bit of
it?
talk about that horse. Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't looked at it properly, but there is a bit of talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what scared me. When they talk too much about it, sometimes
Yeah.
they talk me out of it, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got a horse that's a trial superstar too in Charismatic. He wins every freaking trial, but can't win a race on Saturday or Wednesday, even a Thursday.
Yeah,
They try like superstars and they perform differently on race days. So it's going to be interesting to follow that Jacaranda, see what it does.
yeah. Well, I mean, is it then go back, hopefully for the Golden Slipper if it wins? That's the question, isn't it? I think they reckon it's pretty well bid
Oh,
too. I don't know. I'm not saying
yeah.
I would have it, but it'll be very interesting. $4.80. Now, Tone, footy's almost back. Your Tigers look terrible. How good's that?
They've got to be better
Well,
than
they said
last
they were going
year.
to be terrible last year, and they won quite. They won quite a few
Not going to
games.
win a game, they said. And what they win, half a dozen, seven or eight. Yeah.
Well, it's a bit of a worry because Watchstone reckons they're going okay, buddy. Criminal Kane Corn, so that's a worry. That means we probably won't win a game.
Do you know?
If there's
You
support,
know who's the favourite? Premiership favourite at the moment? Carlton.
Carlton.
Yep.
They are Premiership favourite, mate. They
Tone,
beat
the lid's
Geelong
off
and they
again,
beat
mate.
Brisbane. How good's that?
The lid's off again, Tone.
Mate, yeah, what I love about seriously, I remember one year when we won it was with Pagan. We won like the Ansett Cup, whatever they used to call it. The pre-season tournament they used to have at
Yeah,
night.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we won that, and we were all up and about. We ended up winning the wooden spoon the same year.
There you go.
You don't read too much into pre-season form. I know
No.
Sydney won tonight, I think by about 6, 7 goals or something like that as well.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't read too much into pre-season form. Wait till you get half a dozen rounds in, and then we'll assess the competition from there.
Spot on. Best bets, boys. That's enough footy talk. We'll get into that later on in the year. I'm sure of it because we've got three teams that should be bottom, middle, and up the top end. Um,
Tone, what do you got for your best, mate? You
let's
hit us
go,
off with
Tone.
a
Let's
$8
go.
best bet last week. What do you got this week, mate?
Oh, this week I stayed in Flemington. I've gone early. Race 4, Marto.
Criminal state
Yep.
too,
Number
huh?
7.
Criminal state.
Race,
You said I'm never going to bet there again last week. That's what
yeah,
you
but
were saying.
we're
Just
racing at headquarters.
let him
It's
get
not
it
so.
out. Let him get it
Sorry,
out because this
sorry.
is a pretty hot race. I want to see what you
sorry.
like there, Tone.
Well, I've probably jumped on one of Tassie's old favourites here. Race 4, number 7, Hot Diggity Boom. 6 skins it is. Now it was a dual acceptor. They bumped also had it in up at across at Morphettville in race 7 with Jason Stubbyholder was on it. So they scratched him for
Mm.
that. And they've put master baits on it. He's claiming 2 kilos, brings it into 53. And I think it's ready to rock and roll.
But Tony,
Wow. So
is this?
you're going to beat Sneaky Sunrise and Moments. You've got it ahead of all
Uh,
those three, do you?
Yeah.
well, Ahaha is a shit horse because it never fucking wins. It always runs second or
Likes
third.
running the place, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll probably win on Saturday, Marto, in saying that, but it always
Ooh.
manages, there's always something better or some, like idiosyncrasy fucking thing that happens during the race and it runs second or third. Can't have it. It's
No, look.
like Julie bloody Childs. Why would you back him when he's on a favourite? He's the greatest sleigh on the planet.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't know. Look, they were expecting a little bit of rain there Friday night or Saturday morning. So if that comes along, hot diggity boom, drawn in barrier 3, sitting right behind the speed with Logan Bates claiming 2. It's not a bad map and pretty good conditions to be on over the 1600 for it. So I don't mind this if the rain does come. I think its
Look,
chances get better, and you won't be
it,
getting 650 on Saturday if you do get rain.
it will rain. I don't know how much it's going to affect
It's
the course though, because
always how much. You know what the Bureau said? Between 0 and 20 millimeters. I mean, come on, give us a go.
but it's not that. It's
They're not,
also because it's going to be warm. It might dry
Yep.
out quite quickly. So
Well, yeah, and Tone's advantage is he's early in the day, so it could still have a bit of juice in the tracks. Who knows?
look,
If
I
it
agree
rains, I
with.
like it. If it doesn't rain, Sneaky Sunrise comes over the top. Sorry, Tone.
Yeah, I think
to get up and it could very well might be its day, but I like to bet against it.
Yep,
yeah, it's an interesting race. That's I
it's
will
very
agree
open.
because and Sneaky Sunrise are the big ones. But Tone, you found them before. Maybe you found another one. Hot diggity
Absolutely.
boom. Definitely
Like
an
we said, mate,
mine.
Senor Tony was not in our numbers last week, and he's found that winner right there.
No,
It's
that's
come through
right.
everything.
But at the same
Big,
time, Tone also found a Glory Days bet in a race where we had about 8 of them ahead of it, and I think
yes,
Yes,
true.
all 8 finished ahead of it. So
they
doesn't
did. I think it
Yeah.
ran last. Might have
yeah,
ran last.
Well, he did
doesn't
say it was
matter.
a roughy pick. That's what they're there for, right?
Absolutely, Marto. Where are you going? Get yours
I
out of the
go
way.
best of the day and the last of the day at Flemington. Race 10, number 7. Forgotten the name of it. Bring it up quickly. Let's
You're not.
go. It is actually favourite to the race. Fear Not. 2,000 metres, benchmarks 84. Geordie Childs on. Loves this horse. This horse is a go-getter. He's honest as they come. And I think the barrier 13 is actually good for it because it likes to map back, rear of midfield. And yeah, mate, you're going to see this thing flying home again. Just missed last start here at Flemington over the 2000. Just missed, was it Tavu? Um, and I know it's a step up in weight, but a drop in, sorry, step up in class, but a drop in weight. Geordie Child's on. I like this one coming over the top. Ambassadorial, they've got it marked as favourite. I
Yeah.
think that's a false favourite. It's going to be well outclassed.
Look, Ambassadorial could do Fear Not all the favours though, because it
Yeah,
likes to get out in front. Fear Not
that's
does
right.
need some pace on. He gets it. I'm curious, Mano, what do you think about the unbeaten horse in Extra Rush?
Yeah, again, it's got to step up in class. I like that Ethan Brown's jumped on. He's 3 from 3 on that horse. It's probably the competition over Ambassadorial. Ambassadorial's probably wants a little further. I think 2,400 suits it better, maybe even further than that. But no, look, I think Fear Not's got the form and it's got the class edge on both of those. So I'm sticking with Fear Not. $3.60 for a best bet. Last of the day. That's your get out stakes.
That's it. Well, if you can't get out there, maybe you can get out on mine because I'm going to Randwick race 10, number 6, and I'm going with Roslyn's Star.
Oh, yeah.
Now, last start, this thing ran second to 60s. I think
Yep.
60s is second pick in one of the group or one of the features tomorrow or Saturday at Flemington.
Absolutely.
So
Yep.
if 60s can sort of produce something, Rosalind Star, why not? Third run in, 2 seconds, been about 4 weeks off without a run, has had a trial. Um, I don't think the rain will be a detriment, even though they're expecting some in Sydney. And having said that, how much will we get? I don't think it's going to impact it. Sienna claims on it. Sienna Grimes, she gets three. I know J Max hopped off it and has hopped on one down the bottom called Male Coupe or Coupe,
Yeah.
depending on how you pronounce it.
Mel Coop. Yeah.
But it's going from a benchmark 72 up to a benchmark 88.
Big
Um,
jump.
and I'm saying that we can beat it. So for me, if it buckets down and it pours, maybe Male Coupe might be the chop out bet because it does love the cut in the
Some
ground.
mud luck. Yep.
But having said that, Rosalind Star, little freshen up, 2-2-1, ready to win.
This is
What
an
do you
interesting
like?
race preview of coming attractions.
Do you like something else in it?
Well, I think Tone had a Glory Days tip in this race, didn't he?
Which one? Oh yeah, oh
Charcoals
yeah, he did,
coming
he
up
did,
from
he did.
Pakenham.
Yeah, he
The
did,
Pakenham
he did.
superstar coming
Oh
up to
Yeah,
yes,
Sydney.
yes,
yeah, he
yes.
did,
I
he
have.
did, he did. That's all right. Go on, Tone. Sprinkle the poison. Go for it. We've started. Marto's
I
let you
didn't
in.
realise that it was in your race. To be honest,
No, no, no,
was.
you didn't because I put mine up after
It's all
you.
right. That's why you have roughies.
Yeah. So
Well,
It's the backup bit.
charcoal is the one. Tell us all about it.
race 10, number 5, charcoal's about $16 and about 440. Tommy Berry on board. Uh,
Yep.
suited on a good track. It's from 4 starts. First up, it's had a win and a third. And it can pop up. It's a really tough race. And I think that thing that you're on, Taz, I think that was well supported last start. The
Yeah, it
big
was dollar
stack of
fifty
corn.
five behind
Yeah.
60s. That's what I
It,
mean. And 60s is now, I think, $2.90 tomorrow or Saturday, should I say? Yeah, you're right. It is.
Yeah. So this is one that I've followed, and it always seems to be there in big races. It seems to have a crack, and I reckon Tommy's on it for a reason. I think it's there to have a crack. It most likely won't win, but I reckon it can be competitive in this
Well,
race
Tony,
for sure.
I, I
oh,
hope
Tone.
I hope it goes as well as last weekend's Glory Days. Because I actually I did have a look and I put sorry Tone, it's not in my top five. So
Oh, okay. Well, that means it's not in Mardo's top 10.
I don't know, Marto, what do you reckon? Can Charcoal surprise?
No, I think he should have stayed at Pakenham. It would be a surprise to see Charcoals win. I'd like to see him. He's earned his place in Saturday grade, but geez, this is a tough race because I'm going to tell you what, I also have a Glory Days tip in this race.
You are.
Oh,
We've
you're in
got
there. Oh, we'll get the
three
trifecta.
tips. There's three tips, all in
Go
the
for it.
same race.
Throw
I'm
it out.
actually tipping well timed. And I like well timed here. It runs well in all conditions. Nash Rawiller Barrier 2 is going to be in a very nice spot. It's got Kerguelen form. Last October, I think it was, ran second to Kerguelen, who came out and won first up last week. I like that form, and it looks pretty good for this field. I think the 1200 is a nice place to kick this one off at. Does like the trip. First up, it depends how fit he is and also how much rain actually comes on Friday night. But like I said, it runs well in all conditions. It would be my rough pick. Definitely like yours in this one, Taz.
Yeah.
I think Mel Coop's a false favourite, but I like Rosin Star. But if I'm going to go rough, and we could be tipping a big trifecta here between the three of us.
Look,
I'm going to say well timed, and Charcoals could get into that top 3 or 4.
look, I love the fact that both of you boys have tipped Glory Days tips in my race. Because Tone,
Well,
hang on, Tone, you know how I said I didn't have charcoals in my top five? Let
Yeah.
me just say, Marto, I didn't have well timed in my top six.
well,
So, so I mean, this could be it could be an omen. It could be awesome. Do you know what I mean? We could effectively have narrowed this race down from a 14 horse race down to an 11 horse race. So for all
yes.
two Palmy Army viewers, there's 14 in it. If you put a line through our three, hey, 1 and 11, you're almost there.
I think I might take an Iron Man trifecta. Yours to win, Taz, with Marlows
Um,
and mine run second and third.
Tell you what, anything's
Tone,
possible.
what do you think
Good
about
poker.
Bear on the Loose going around this weekend?
Hang on, how
Bear on
about
the
my
Loose
tip?
was an out. Hey,
They're on the
Don't you
loose.
want me to get my tip in
well,
first?
we'll get there. Save the best for last, right?
Gee whiz.
Bear on the Loose is going around this weekend, Tone. I've got
Favourite too.
Glory Days. Glory Days is a watch for me on the weather. It's running a race 6 at Eagle Farm. And if that rain comes Friday night, they say up to 40 mils. If they get 25 plus, I'm all over Glory Days at race 6 at Eagle Farm.
What
It won't be
distance is it?
$8 on Saturday.
About 2,000?
I think it's 2,000 meters, I
Yeah.
believe. But they've taken him up to Sydney to keep him going up there. Sorry, it's 1,600, but he'll go forward. He's got young claiming Jasper Franklin on over 1,600. If that rain comes, I think he shits all over this field. There's old Nails Murphy up there as well. It doesn't like the wet. It's listed as favourite, but it's Glory Days around $9 at the moment. Kieran Maher's taking him up there for a reason, and it's not for the tea party. I
No,
think he's
it's not.
expecting the rain,
You know,
and if he gets the rain, Glory Days will be sitting behind the speed. But anyway, that's just a little gem. We put out a couple last week, didn't we, Taz?
Blethren. I,
Oh,
Blathrin and
that's it.
and and the Blue Diamond winner. Um,
oh, and Tropicus, we could say it all.
and Tropicus, yes,
We throw them
attempted.
all out here. Of course we
Sorry,
do.
Tentaurus, but yes. We were full of gems last week. So
Oh,
that could be a little gem this week. Eagle Farm Race 6 Glory Days if the rain comes.
well, my Glory Days bet's in the main sprint down at Flemington, so that's where I'm going. And I think I found one that could surprise.
It's
Signature,
race 8.
Signature Scent, race 9, number 8, Signature Scent. Now it's got straight track form, so it's actually seen it. Admittedly, it ran fourth behind a horse that loves the straight in My Gladiola.
Mm,
So this thing, it won its first two races, where it was pretty much odds on and odds on. And
yep.
last start, or first up this preparation, it ran a nice run, let's say, with I think it was the fourth fastest 400 behind Alpha Sophie, and Alpha Sophie is favourite, I think, in this race. So Jay Allen um, is good enough for me, and I think this is a really honest roughie. It's trained by Kieran Maher.
Mm.
Kieran Maher wouldn't just be putting it in to make up the numbers. I'm surprised Ethan Brown didn't take the ride, but he took another one down there that Kieran's got that's had the two wins. I reckon he's pulled the wrong rein, and I think Signature Scent, if you're on the favourite, you've got to have a little saver on this as well.
I
So
don't hate it. I don't hate it.
$15, why not? What can go wrong?
Money in the bank.
I can tell you what can go wrong. It's on the inside and the outside win, because that's the biggest
Oh,
problem
yes.
with Flemington. Storm barrier 6, so I don't know if that means it can get out wide enough, but
Run down the middle lanes.
yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. Now there is group racing.
Hell
We had a
yeah.
look. So what do we got? We've got the what is it? We've got the Blamey, where
Oh,
that
where are we going first?
Apulia returns. What
Yeah.
do you reckon? So race
Look,
7.
I
Yeah.
like Apulia, but I don't know if she's still got the legs left in her. I actually like, especially if the rain comes again, we keep coming back to the weather. Will he do it? Will he do it? It's a New Zealand Derby winner. He's probably on his last chance as prep to win a race or get out. He's going to go back to the midweeks if he doesn't. But I think will he do it at about $10 is worth an each way bet. The other one in here would be Angzudo, but I don't know
Been
about
up the
Apulia.
one. They've been up those horses. This is where I'm
Yeah,
looking
and
at
that's why you got fresh legs on Willie.
Birdman second up over a mile.
That's another.
But the one that really caught my eye is Plymouth down the bottom. It's not a weight for age horse, and I think comes into this being a handicap. Its fourth wasn't terrible. It's definitely not a weight for age horse. Um, Look, it's run some decent races in the past, so
Yeah, I don't know.
a big
Is the
watch.
1600 too sharp? I think it wants 2,000 plus.
Look, it does. It definitely does. But it's my watch. That's all I'm saying
Yep.
because I think it's a tough race. I mean, Apulia is going to have some residual fitness. Because where to go? Went over to Perth, didn't it, or something? And then is that where it went?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just come back from Ascot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's got a bit of residual fitness, but yeah, it's
Oh,
good,
but
good
she's been
race.
up forever.
Anything in your anything you've thrown a dart at? Anything you've marked, smudged, put a line through?
Air Assault, Damien Lane again.
Oh,
That well,
South
I think he's going to
Australian.
ride winners on Saturday. I just reckon he's desperate. He's going to ride some winners. But I don't really like the race, but Air Assault, I'd have a
Look,
crack at.
Aerosol will definitely go forward. Now the
mm,
Guineas. Does Observer just win it? That's it. Put your
um,
glasses down.
yeah, yeah,
Number one.
absolutely. This is
Certainly.
it's a multi-anchor for mine. I think it's way better class than 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, Observer, I really like in this race. It's just really, really hard to beat. Drawn six, EB on, goes to the front. Catch me if you can.
Yeah, I think it's I'm gonna pick I don't know how I'm gonna get my straight four here, but I've got a funny feeling Observer's the standout. I'm gonna take Planet Red to run second,
Oh
six
yeah.
60s to run third, and I don't know, I'm just gonna throw in like I'm gonna look for four roughies, which will cost me effectively $4 a unit, and try to
Yep.
get something maybe, I don't know, if I throw a 20 at the race, for the sake of it, because by that stage I'll be up probably, 4,300 with you know,
Yeah.
with me mystery bets. But yeah, I reckon Observer's just a shoo-in. That's all I can say. The rest are
Yeah,
just prize money.
the two miners I like Planet Red and 60s, but they're just going to be running on for miners.
Yeah,
Maybe West of Swindon sneaks into the top four as well.
yeah.
But Observer, I don't think you can beat Observer here. He just looked red hot in his first up run a couple of weeks back.
Anything around the country for you, young Tone? Anything tomorrow?
No,
I have. I've even gotten
tomorrow.
yeah, I've even gotten on. Anything.
You've
Let's
gotten
give him
on.
some gems.
I've got no gems. I've got
You've
nothing
gotten
tomorrow. Uh,
Tomorrow's
no,
actually a really tough night. Canterbury and Cranbourne. It's really, really tough night.
I hate those tracks.
But
Night time.
There's the Port Lincoln Cup. I think it's this weekend
Oh,
coming.
I
Yeah,
don't
That's
well,
think.
tomorrow.
look what happened. Look what happened to us last week in the Launceston Cup. Between the
Yeah,
three of us, we couldn't get anyone in the top four.
yeah. But you know what we did do seriously, and I thought
That's
about this.
unbelievable.
We did all three of us pick roughies. The problem is we
We
got the
did
wrong ones.
the wrong one. Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't go to
We
34 to
didn't
one
go with
odds,
the
did we?
favoured way. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone, well, like
Well,
favourite
the
back has
Launceston
gone.
Cup often throws you out. Yeah,
So
I
we
paid
went.
$46 on Betfair. I looked at to see what it
yeah.
paid.
There you go.
Looks to paid about 19 or 20 to 1, wasn't it? Bloody
Yeah,
46
Uh,
bucks on
got
Betfair
out to
or something.
34 late, but yeah. But yeah, I mean that Launceston Cup, it's a tricky track, and I had a look at the history. The last 10 years, it does quite often throw out double figure winners. We just, like you said, Taz, we picked the wrong one.
yeah, that's exactly right. So, we had we were there. We were with the right wave, but unfortunately, we just didn't ride it in properly. I've got some.
No.
I have.
Before we get there, Taz,
Yes.
before we get there, we just
Yes.
speak quickly. There's a couple of feature races in Sydney, right?
Oh,
We've got the Surround Stakes in race 7,
oh.
which is a Group 1 race. So we'll talk about that. Can Tempted be beat at over 1,400?
No,
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 you don't think so?
no.
I tell you what, mate, that Eskimo Prince form did not stack up last week in the Hobartville Stakes.
Doesn't
I
matter.
know, I know she's a good horse, but I'll tell you what, Apocalyptic over 1,400. Jesus, I think $3.90 is the value bet there. I think she can beat, and you've got Ole Dancer. Savo Halley's going to go out forward and lead them around. But I don't know, Tempted $1.50. I wouldn't be putting her in your multis. I think she
I
can be beat.
I don't think it loses. I think we've seen the two T horses that are going to be the best two horses in the autumn and probably leading up into the spring, being Tyrus and Tempted.
Tyrus and Tempted. Ooh, yeah, I don't
Uh,
know. I think
I
for
don't
me,
think.
this one is a watch. I've got Apocalyptic beating Tempted because I just don't think that. Eskimo Prince form. I know she did it well and did it easy. But she's beaten nothing in the end because it didn't stack up last week in the Hobartville Stakes. And 1400 is a query for Tempted.
Okay, so does Autumn Glow
So,
win
oh
again?
yeah, definitely. She's baby Winks. She doesn't lose. I
So
mean, how many races did Winks have to win before you said she can't be beat? How many races did Black Caviar have to win before you said she can't be beat? Autumn Glow's won 9 in a row already. She will retire undefeated.
how long do you reckon she'll go? Do you reckon she'll go to a Cox Plate this year?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's certainly the right distance. I, she has been to Melbourne and she's won there as well. So it's probably on the cards for them. But yeah, I'd definitely be taking her in my multi. She's the anchor there. She's going to beat Sir Delius on fresh legs. Sir Delius is a good horse,
Yeah.
but it's a pretty lackluster trial that he went through. And first up, when Autumn Glow's already had that hard 1200-meter run, sorry, 14, and getting out to 16, I think she's just cherry ripe. She can't be beat there.
I don't think it loses. There was another race I looked at as well, which the 2-year-old race, the Sweet Embrace. One of my Kickstarters has come down from Golan's horse anyway, from Brisbane, Pembury. If you remember it, one
Oh, yes.
so it bolted in up
Yep,
there, um,
absolutely.
and it's even money favourite. J Max hopped on.
Mm.
Geez, it's an interesting race because different class horse. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
I
we're
mean,
going to see. We're going to see if the Queensland form stacks up in Sydney.
yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be taking $2, and I love
No,
Pembury
I wouldn't either.
and trial form and everything, but I
I
just don't
to
know.
be honest, in that race, I like Spicy Miss. Um, like we said, we got to see if that Queensland form stacks up in Sydney. But I do like Spicy Miss in this race with Zach Lloyd on. Barrier 10 gets a nice midfield run. Um, she's going back to the Phillies grade here, and yeah, I think $6 is value for Spicy Miss,
Interesting event. Last, there's
but
another
it's more of a watch race.
Tone. I reckon you've got one here for us because there's a
What's
few in this race. In the race 9, which is the Liverpool City Cup, I'm sure there's a couple in here that you've backed before. Well, there's actually quite a few because I reckon
Yes,
you've been on Militarized, you've been on the Instructor, um, you've
he's
had
been on Coal Crusher,
yeah, Coal Crusher, you've been on King Rousseau, El Costello, you've had a crack at in the past.
Cool Jakey.
Well, I don't know if he's backed it, but he's definitely I have, and we've talked it up. So
I
maybe
might have been you, yeah.
um,
which race is this?
Race 9 in
race
Sydney,
9
mate.
in Sydney at Randwick.
Uh,
This is they call it the Whirlpool Liverpool Cup.
oh,
I
Yep.
call it the Whirlpool Tone City Cup. Because seriously, I
It's
reckon there's a few in
full
this
of
race
guts.
I
that you've been on.
I looked at it and just turned the page because there's I've got basically half the field in there.
That's what I
And
Yeah.
thought.
I've been on.
That's
I
I honestly thought that, and I thought, geez, I'd love to see Tone tip against. It'd be like one personality, knocking your other personality.
Yes, it's
oh,
having a war with yourself inside your head.
That's
I
exactly right.
did, because of the cup race, I
oh,
did have a look at it, of course, but
couldn't turn it.
I
We've got
I
less than a
don't
minute to go,
really.
boys. Just to let you know,
Oh,
too. Shivers, we might
okay.
drop out.
We probably will, but just quickly, I like enriched in that race, but a very small bet.
Perfect. Now, I'm going to tell you back Zanziman at the Trots tomorrow at Ararat. Voltage Peak wins at Port Lincoln. And Just Precious wins on the Sunshine Coast. They're my gems.
That'd be
Little
precious.
multi,
What?
you might get lucky and get about $2.20 for the three.
I like your trotter, crims on rims. Stand the man.
Yeah,